Hey guys, and welcome to a video about Diablo 3. There was recently a BlizzCon announcement where they did not announce Diablo 4. Cue to pain. But as much as that's such a disappointment that we don't get a new engine so we can actually have something with a stable FPS, which would be great. I would love the game to not just be at 90 FPS when you're in town, and 60 FPS when you're in the dungeons, and 30 FPS if you're using fraps, which was terrible. Like, recording Diablo is probably one of the worst experiences in the game, unless you use like OBS, which, you know, OBS is a good software. It's actually really good, but I don't particularly like using it because I don't like how the colors look afterwards. But that's just a personal issue I have. So, it's not a stable game, is what I'm saying. Like, Diablo 3 is a pretty old engine now, and I was really hoping Diablo 4 would come out so we'd have a new engine, but so be it. Instead, we got told they're remaking Diablo 1 in Diablo 3, which, you know, it's a fun announcement. We're like, yeah, I mean, it's not Diablo 2 remake, but we'll see how it goes. And then they also announced a Necromancer character pack, which you have to pay for, which, you know, it's a new character. I can't really complain about a new character, at least it's something. But it honestly feels about a year too late, even 2 years too late at this stage. Because Reaper of Souls came out, I think, 3 years ago now. Yeah, pretty sure it's 3 years ago. I'm not 100% sure that I don't have the release date off the top of my head. And Diablo was 4 years ago, so
I can't open this.
Even 2 years ago would have been perfect time for, like, we're going to be releasing character packs once a year from here on. And we'd be like, that's fine. I mean, we get some new variety to play. We don't just play the same characters over and over again, and the items that just, you know, change slightly. We go, wow, that's great, slight change, new experience. When it's not really a new experience, it's just about the same experience. And then, about, I don't know, 4 days ago, they released a PTR with Diablo 1 on it, and I downloaded it, I played it, and I was severely disappointed. Because it wasn't a Diablo 1 remake, there was no quest line, I should say. There was no audio from, like, the characters from back in Diablo 1. I was hoping to talk to Pepin again, I was hoping to talk to Wurt, I was just hoping, you know, just general fun, contained little single player experience. Like, even if it was just you make a level 1 character, it's completely offline, and you just replay the Diablo 1 experience on the Diablo 3 engine, and that'd be fucking great. Even if it was what the Labyrinth is right now, it would still be really great. However, that's not what happened. Instead, we go through a portal at destroyed Tristram, like old Tristram, and when we go through the portal, we go to a destroyed Tristram, and I feel it's like meant to be immediately just before Diablo 2 starts. Like, you know how in Diablo 2 it's the guy from Diablo 1 who defeated Diablo gets infected with Diablo's soul gem, and he eventually goes crazy and has demons spawning out of him, and Diablo slowly takes control of his mind and eventually takes control of his body. And so he leaves Tristram, leaving a wake of destruction, and we're chasing after him, Diablo 2. So it feels like he just left the town, yet for some reason Diablo, Skeleton King, the Butcher, and all that are in the Labyrinth, and we have to go beat the Labyrinth. So it doesn't really make sense from a lore standpoint, like in any way, shape or form. I don't know, it was clearly just they were being lazy and they didn't want to have, like, all the quests from Diablo 1, all that stuff, which I think could have been pretty easily done with a few people even. Because I'm pretty sure the Diablo staff is really minimal these days, considering the amount of stuff that actually comes out. I thought it would, you know, actually pick up because there was, like, hype around it, and they'd actually do a decent job, that'll actually make people want to come back, but they didn't. And they do have these little, like, it is the actual Labyrinth from Diablo 1, the whole 15 levels, so 17, 20 levels, whatever it is. Can't 100% remember right now. And you do go through them, but they're all just Diablo 3 tile sets with a tint over them. And they're downgrading of the graphics, which was their selling point for some reason. Like, downgrading graphics is good. I don't understand how that could ever be good, but sure, well, let's just go with it. I just made it have this weird eye-straining tint on it. Like, instead of having 1080p graphics, instead we have, I don't know, 320 graphics. That'll be my guess anyway. It was 60, no, it wouldn't be 64, I mean 16 color back then. We didn't even have 16 color, but you know, it was just really drained of any real color. They didn't have the cool as explosions when you destroy barrels. They did have explosive barrels, which was cool again, but it was just this weird yellow spark instead of this cool, really PNG red ball of explosion. It's like, look at that explosion. That's hilarious. Didn't have that. They didn't have side quests. They didn't have the whole well was tainted. They did have the room of the dark, where it's just like pitch black. You can't really see where you're going, and there's like invisible creatures in there. But in Diablo 1, there was like 1 or 2 rooms, whereas this was like 3 or 4 rooms. But it didn't really. It wasn't a challenge at all. Like, again, Diablo 3 was designed that the early levels wouldn't be a challenge sort of thing. It was based around like getting to like level 70 and playing like Torment X sort of thing. But that's just not what happened. And they even said like the best experience for Diablo 1 is the level 1 experience, and it just wasn't true, because like if it's on hard, it's not exactly hard, it's just all the creatures have more health and you're just sort of like bored. And if you go to Torment, of course you're not going to win, so it's not worth it at level 1 to go to Torment. And on normal, which is what, you know, hey, new player experience, level 1, go down through the whole Diablo 1. It's so easy, like literally did it in my sleep. It was ridiculously easy. And when I was playing through it the first time, I had to, you know, I saw my level 1 character, I did a little bit and I went, alright, I'm going to stop for now, I'll come back when I actually have an hour to actually play it. And I went back on my character, which was about level 3 by then. And I beat the whole thing in an hour, so it was really short too. And I suppose that's why they can justify the level 1 experience thing, because it's like only an hour and a half if you're doing it for level 1. And if you're at level 70, or if you just use all your Paragon points, it would literally probably take about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. About the length of maybe 4 Nefarian Rifts. That seems about right to me. And you just like really speed through it if you wanted to. But I didn't. I wanted to, you know, take my time, look at every single corner and cranny. And I still somehow missed Skeleton King and Butcher the first time around, because they were on floor 2 and 3. And on floor 2 I was like, oh, there's not going to be anything, I'm just going to walk through to the end so I get down to the deeper floors and actually get something impactful. And I missed out on versing the Butcher, and I was confused, so I went like back through the labyrinth and I went, oh, there's the Butcher, it was on level 2. And oh, there's the Skeleton King, it was on level 3. Like I just missed it because I went through the first few levels a little bit too quickly, because I was just trying to get experience so I could go through the thing faster and faster and faster. It was a mistake, but it happens. So just without like the, you know, the direct quest line, you don't really feel like doing anything in the Diablo 1 remake. The only thing that you do want to do is like you get to level 9 and you get a mushroom. You're gonna put the mushroom in the Aldria's pot. You're gonna put the Aldria pot thing on the innkeeper. You then give the innkeeper stuff to the broke guy, and the broke guy then give the stuff to Pepin, and then Pepin gives the stuff to Griswold, and then you get the Wurt's leg. And here's the worst thing about Wurt's leg is when you drop it, it doesn't make the Wurt's leg noise, so it's kind of pointless. Like, I got Wurt's leg, oh, it doesn't make the cool noise. That's a shame. And yeah. I think that's about all I can really say about the Diablo 1 announcement. It was pretty shit.